Good evening. Today we have Delhi Police DCP Suman Nalwa, who is the spokesperson of Delhi Police, here to talk to us about this transformation of Delhi Police on social media. How Delhi Police has become the first force in the country to have its own podcasts, and it has completely transformed not only the image of Delhi Police but how it has changed the public police interface in Delhi. So, ma'am, we want to start with you, asking you on what were the thoughts of Delhi Police behind doing this transformation and coming up with various social media campaigns?
Primarily, when we started working on social media, we had various handles for some time now. But the focus started shifting towards social media in last 1 year. And when we started, focusing on our social media, use of social media, we observed that more of the youngsters and people, they are more becoming more savvy on the internet, and they are more into getting information from the net rather than going through lengthy ads or write-ups or stuff like that. So then we started pushing our content, what we are doing, our messaging, our advisories and everything through these platforms, so that we could reach out to more and more people who are net savvy, who might not be going in for traditional media in their life.
True. So, ma'am, there is to start with, there is a social media control room that Delhi Police set up a few months ago. And I believe it all started from there on how Delhi Police wanted to change the entire narrative. So, tell us a little about this social media control room.
We are sitting in our control room. So this control room was set up so that we could see what people were, saying to telepolice, how they were communicating with us, and in emergency cases also. I mean, we wanted to know at the PHQ level on what's happening, how issues are being discussed about Delhi police, so that if need be, we can kind of take action on it. Many a times people don't know whom to approach.
True.
And because of the internet and anonymity associated, they are more they find it more convenient to write something on the social media rather than actually penning a email to Delhi police or stuff like that.
Okay.
So through that we observed that people were finding it easier to approach us. So one example is the Jor Bagh molestation case.
True.
So we came to know about this within few minutes of the victim who had posted it online,
Yes.
that she had been molested on a Jor Bagh metro station.
Yeah.
So within few minutes we were able to kind of respond to it. We were able to tell the SHO that this has happened, and there was no PCR call, there was no conventional kind of a complaint that had come.
True.
And then the concerned SHO of the metro station reached out to the victim. They called the victim, and at a suitable time which was convenient to her. It was in Gurugram, they could reach out. So this is just one example. So we have been able to do that n number of times. We have been able to reach out and make our
Few
presence
fast way to
yes.
Right.
Though it is not an emergency number, I
Yes.
would still tell people that in case of emergency, 112 is the best solution.
Right. So, this Delhi Police was known as a little traditional force. How has Delhi Police, catched up with this entire, this trending of social media? How did it come on social media, and how it has changed the whole narrative? Now with using various social media programs.
Again, the Philip came in. Our Honorable Home Minister also wanted us to make a positive image on social media, to reach out to people on social media. So, taking cue from that, we started a lot of campaigns, a lot of social media products which we launched, so that we can interact with the people on this new platform, and kind of tell them about our stories, our services, and what all we are doing. So many a times when I can understand that people are busy with their lives, so it's only once in a while that they might be needing police help,
Hmm.
so if at all. So then they don't know what to do. So it was our endeavor to reach out to them, to inform them how they can reach us, how we can be approached, what are the various things that we are doing.
True.
So that was one of the
Thoughts behind it.
thought behind it.
Right, right. So I believe the purpose of these of this program is both interaction with the public as well as putting your points across to them on what are work Delhi Police is doing. So can you highlight a few of your campaigns and some programs that you will start with?
See, if we talk about our products, social media products, so we have started with our podcast. So podcast is again, it's just a 2 minutes kind of an audio thing, which now I think youngsters are getting hooked on.
Yeah.
So it talks about the humanitarian work being done by Delhi police personnel.
Ji.
The thought behind it was to showcase that we are not just uniform. There are people behind uniform who are going out of their way. It might not be their duty to kind of open a school, donate blood,
True.
or something like that, but still they are doing it out of passion for humanity. So we wanted to highlight those stories, and many times, very interesting cases that they could solve in
Track, yeah.
record time, and help the victims. So that was a thought behind having a podcast. So it is very much appreciated, and I'm very happy about it.
Absolutely.
Then we started another one that was Ask Me Anything. So, during our interaction with people, we observed that many a times they don't know, which branch is doing what, or, how to approach Delhi police and how to deal with crime. And, like there were a lot of
True.
unanswered questions.
True.
So, because for that, we started our Ask Me Anything sessions where we would invite a concerned DCP or an officer of that particular unit, whether it was the economic unit, whether it was cyber safety unit, whether it was PCR, whether it was traffic, so that people could ask questions openly, and it was a live session,
True.
and they could be answered by a responsible officer.
Right.
So to answer all the
All the queries that they have.
queries they had.
Yes. And I believe that was one session that brought a lot of interaction of police, citizens with police directly. And this
Yes.
was like the one, I believe, one such session any police has done where, the police have directly spoken with large number of people.
That to a live session.
That
yes.
to a live session, yes. Where people can ask all sorts of questions.
Very true.
Ma'am, you also started this whole, weekly quiz and lot many such small initiatives where citizens could interact with you or they can be a part of your journey. So what was the response that you got? How did you? What did you feel about it?
It was, we were inviting suggestions from my team members. We are a very cohesive team which is working
Yeah.
in control room.
Yeah.
So we would be talking to all the youngsters in my team, what is attracting people, how we can rope in products that can, establish a bond between people and police. So one of the suggestions was about the quiz. So we started with Saturday quiz.
Yeah.
So again, it was, again, just to pep up this relationship,
Ji.
so that, people are interested in what Delhi Police is doing. They should know what are the helpline numbers. So we found there was a lot of curiosity among people to, see the answer at the end of the quiz.
Yes. Yes.
So
yes, it
of
was.
course that curiosity was good. So people started following our handles much more than previously. The rate of followers increased.
Increased, yeah.
So that was a very positive response.
Right. Then there are many outreach programs where that were initiated for the welfare, as well as doing or giving aid to the common citizens. So could you tell us more about these outreach programs, especially for women, children, or senior citizens, or any other?
So in addition to what we were doing, we also wanted to educate people, to tell them what is a crime, what is not a crime, and if it is happening, what can be done. So in that series, we have dealt with lots of issues, whether it's women-related issues, telling them how they can empower themselves, what all services Delhi Police can provide to them. Then we had on child abuse also, so
Yes.
that the parents know how to deal with a case, how to recognize a child abuse and how to deal with it, and how police can help.
True.
And in the same way, we had done a lot of campaigns with traffic police also, whether it was noise pollution, whether it was safe driving,
Yes.
inculcating those habits. So we try to use a lot of funny this thing
Yes.
memes also, so that
Yes.
people get the message
Yes.
and they want to read it.
Right.
I don't think anybody nowadays on the net wants to read a very sedate message.
Absolutely.
So we were very innovative in designing our campaigns. And again, on pollution also, we did Delhi pollution. That was again, just to tell people on what they can do, what they cannot do,
Ji.
do's and don'ts. In addition to that, how they can contribute towards the environment.
Yes. We did notice that in last 1 year, the tweets or say, especially the tweets on Twitter, they got little funny. They got more quirky, and there was an entire tweak to how the message was being sent across. I remember talking to one DCP who said that she used to write her own tweets. She used to create something of her own, and it used to come from that particular district police's handle. So this transformation has taken many people by surprise, because this was not how Delhi police used to communicate earlier on social media. So that's how this question arises on how did this change come across? How did this change come? So yes, ma'am, and also would like to ask you about the recent event that you had on a tie-up with Meta, and you started the Cyber Suraksha program. So please tell us a little more about it. That why, what were your thoughts behind this? What was Delhi's thoughts behind starting this, and why this was started?
See, when we talk about cybercrime, there is an exponential increase in cyber crimes, and prevention is always better than cure. So we wanted to reach out to people through our campaign, as well as on ground activity through which we can educate our children and our youngsters, because they are more net savvy, and they are in fact helping the older generations at home and around them and accessing internet and services, etc. So when Meta approached us, so I mean it was a good win-win situation. So they had very good contents for the training programs, and then we were already doing programs with the schools.
Yes.
So we thought another partner we will be reaching double the number.
Yes.
So that was the thought behind it. So we launched that, and again we started the internet campaign also. And fool nahi cool bane.
Yeah.
So I request everyone to do follow the Delhi Police Twitter handle and watch our campaign. I believe that you will really love it.
It is indeed very creative, very interesting. Cool nahi cool bane. So right, ma'am. And there was also this program. There was also this outreach initiative that you had taken on print, where there were a lot of ads that were designed, which were out there on billboards and many other forums, where the police personnel of Delhi,
Yes.
they were the models in those advertisements. So what were the thoughts behind selecting them?
Again, instead of just giving sedate ads, we thought let's make our ads more interesting. So we were, we wanted to be noticed, because there's so many ads, so much of info online, offline. So we wanted to make it some, different, so that people are actually reading it, actually looking at it. So in that series, we had been doing a lot of memes also, and then we thought of using police personnel also, and they are the heroes of Delhi police, I would say.
Yes, yes.
All of them had done some good work or the other, for which they had been rewarded, they had been recognized. So we thought, why not give them recognition in public?
True.
Like, when I mean, it was a very positive campaign, in the sense that, when their ad came, so they would send their photographs with the families sitting and, looking at the newspapers. They would frame it. The children will take it to the school to show that, my dad or my mom is in the newspaper today. So, like, they were the face of Delhi police, and they are the face of Delhi police. They are there on the ground working for us, for the organization, and, bringing us laurels.
Yes.
So we had to give them due recognition. So one reason was that, motivating them and telling people that we have such people, faces of Delhi police.
Absolutely right. So, ma'am, just to conclude, we want to ask you, how has been this whole journey of transforming Delhi Police on social media. How has been your experience doing this? How has been the experience of your entire team doing this work?
See, all of them and my team and myself, we are police officers. We didn't know anything about social media when we started.
Yes.
But then again, sitting every day, we would have meetings at least 3 or 4 times, just to just to kind of have a think tank kind of a thing, how we can do, what we can do. And then we would rely on some professionals, some youngsters, and then we will thrash every idea which would come, and then it'll we will try to innovate and improve. So it has been a very interesting journey, and I would say that sometimes in the night also, when you're sleeping, suddenly an idea will pop up.
Yes.
Yes, we can do this also.
Yes.
So that also happened. So it was very interesting, and we continue on this
Absolutely.
journey.
Absolutely. So, right. So, thank you so much for speaking to us, ma'am. And we hope that Delhi Police achieves more accolades in the work that they are doing, and has made a tremendous difference, tremendous change in the image of Delhi Police on social media. And we would like to congratulate you for the same.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.